Well, a book making a series of allegations about police corruption in Victoria has been pulled from the bookshops this afternoon. The book, written by former criminal lawyer Andrew Fraser, claims the police and the state government have had details about corruption for years but failed to act on it. Mr Fraser, who was once jailed for drug trafficking, has written the book with a former drug squad detective who's revealed how he became involved in crime and corruption with his fellow officers. Hamish Fitzsimmons reports.
Andrew Fraser was once the Melbourne Gangland's legal counsel of choice, but fell from grace in 2001 when he was convicted of drug trafficking to feed his cocaine addiction.
No, you've got a problem, but you keep going.
After his release in 2006, he decided to tell his side of the story, including his assessment of the state of law enforcement in Victoria in his book Caught in the Middle. His latest work, Snouts in the Trough, is the story of Malcolm Rosines, a former drug squad detective who in 2003 was also convicted of drug dealing.
Even I was amazed at the litany of corruption that Malcolm recanted to me.
This afternoon, the State's Office of Public Prosecutions demanded the book be withdrawn, claiming it breaches suppression orders. The book's publisher complied. But Andrew Fraser claims the information is in the public domain.
You look at any of the names mentioned in this book, Google any of them, and you will get, in some case, thousands of hits. And to suggest that I've breached it by writing a book is absurd.
In the book, Mr Fraser alleges police involved in serious corruption remain in the force, and that the state government, the Police Ethical Standards Department and the Office of Police Integrity are aware of the situation. Much of that knowledge was contained in a debriefing document supplied by Malcolm Rosines.
It's some thousands of pages, 2,000 or 3,000. I've read nearly all of it, and that was given to Ethical Standards, which then went to the OPI, and therefore is in the government domain, and that was in 2001.
And what's been done with it?
Absolutely nothing.
The book also claims corrupt police habitually planted false evidence to get convictions, stole and sold drugs, even murdered. Despite its content, Mr Fraser claims it's not an attack on police.
I'm not saying all the coppers are corrupt, but what I'm saying is there is an element which needs to be rooted out, and there is a continual refusal by successive governments to even remotely address the issue.
Andrew Fraser could hardly be described as a supporter of Malcolm Rosines. Rosines led the investigation which saw the lawyer jailed for 5 years.
He was the detective sergeant at the drug squad that had the search warrant executed on my house. And to say that his behaviour left a little to be desired would be an understatement.
But Mr Fraser's business partner was contacted by Rosines to get Andrew Fraser to write the book, which tells the story of a young policeman's slide into corruption, ending in the ultimate betrayal of the badge.
He's worried about what's going on, but at the same time, he's behaving in a seriously corrupt manner.
The Victoria Police says it's raised a number of concerns about the book with its publisher, and it now says it's referred the matter to the State's Office of Public Prosecutions for advice. Malcolm Rosines was unavailable for comment. The state government and the Office of Public Prosecutions also had no comment. Hamish Fitzsimmons, Lateline.